Hello, my name is Mr. Cap, school teacher here at Victory Christian School. I teach a variety of subjects, but I focus on U.S. history, junior Bible, and communication arts. And in this tutorial, I want to give you a little introduction to my VCS homepage and my U.S. history lesson plans page, as well as give you a homework tutorial. And also in there is the U.S. history syllabus that covers supplies, homework, and grading, and also some of the history that I have in teaching in Christian schools. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look now at Mr. Cap's homepage, and you can see it here on the screen. In the left-hand column is a list of some of the courses that I teach and some of the different links that I use. Often one of the links that you might be interested in most in watching this tutorial is the homework tutorial. You could click on that link right there anytime and get how to do Mr. Cap's U.S. history homework assignments. But one of the things that I want to do first is show you around my website and show you how to actually get to this website. You actually do that by going to the home page, the Victory Christian School home page, which is right here. And in the far right-hand corner is a drop-down menu that has parent and staff. And in this middle section right here, you can see faculty and staff contacts. If you'll click right there, if you go from the home page and you'll click right there at faculty and staff contacts, you can actually see a list of all of the school contacts here on the left, as well as the high school contacts. And since I'm a high school teacher, you can click right there at the high school contacts, and it has listed here in this middle column all of the high school teachers that we have here at Victory Christian School. And my name is Al Cap, and you could click right there where it has Al Cap, and now you're back to my home page. So that's just a little bit of a way to get around. And from right here, if you wanted to visit a middle school teacher, you would actually go right here to faculty and staff contacts, click on the middle school links for all of the teachers, and you could visit any of those links there too. Okay, so let's go back to my home page. So we go back to that drop down menu, faculty and staff, and high school, and Al Cap.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this left-hand column over here. And you can see that it has U.S. history right here. In a dependent link right here, we've got lessons and assignments, and every day's a grade. If you click on the lessons and assignments, you can see that I have all of Mr. Cap's U.S. history lessons online that you can go to, all the video lessons, as well as all of the assignments are also on here. And then if you click every day's a grade, it gives you a little tutorial about what I expect each student to do each day, some of the things that I do. In United States history, every day a daily grade will be taken. In a typical U.S. history week, Mondays I'll usually be finishing up the lesson. Tuesday I give a weekly quiz. Wednesday I start another lesson. Today I'll continue with the lesson and give you a pop quiz over some of it. Friday I try to finish up the lesson. And then Monday we continue the lesson and kind of keep going each one of those days. And so that's a typical U.S. history week. And there's lots of reasons why students can get points taken off that daily grade. Not bringing supplies, you have to borrow your pen or paper, something like that. You don't take notes, messy notes, inconsistent notes. All of these things and these top 10 reasons a student has a chance to get points taken off their daily grade. Head down, lackadaisical attitude, sleeping during a lecture, distracting their neighbor, leaving your seat during the lecture. Look at number 5, asking an off-color, off-the-topic question during the lecture to try and distract the teacher. Not carrying your spiral from previous class to history class. Asking to go to the bathroom all the time. Have your cell phone out, have it on the desk, have it in your hand. All of that is a violation and will get points taken off your daily grade. Not doing what the teacher asks, cheating, disrespect. So each day a daily grade is going to be taken. Usually at the teacher's discretion. There's 10 to 50 points will be taken off for each of the above violations. Multiple offenders will see more and more points taken off. And so you'll see this reflected in Power School. If you, for example, you got a 90.1 for that day, the 1 right there signifies that you have no supplies and you had to borrow your pen or your paper. And so you'd see a 90.1 there. If you see a 90.6, look at number 6 right here. It says not carrying your spiral from the previous class to history class. And so that would mean that you have to go down to your locker, and you come in late, and then when you come in late, you kind of say, well, Mr. Cap, can I go to the bathroom? No, I didn't have time to go get my spiral. And so those will all be violations of not being to class on time with your supplies sitting in your seat ready for the day. Look at 80. It looks like you got two things taken off, 3 and 7. So 80.37 right there would be sleeping. Look at number 3 right there, head down, lackadaisical, sleeping. And then look at number 7, cell phone in hand or on the desk, means that you would be sleeping and have your cell phone out. The last one right here, 71, 4, 10. And so 1 would be no supplies, 4 you're distracting your neighbor, and 10 you're giving the teacher talk back and disrespect. And so you can see all of those would be reasons why your daily grade would decrease in the fact that in United States history, every day a daily grade will be taken.
And in here you can see some of the different links that are here on my homepage. Some of the most popular ones is the U.S. History link, Junior Bible link, and also Communication Arts. These are the 3 subjects that I teach right here, and these are the subjects that most of my students go to. Right here is my U.S. History link, Bible 11 link, and Communication Arts, and most of my parents and students go to these links because it actually gives them the lessons that I cover each week. Here's a little biography about Mr. Cap, some of the login links that we have, Junior Bible memory verses, and then here's one that a lot of the students go to is the U.S. History homework tutorial, and it tells you exactly how to do a U.S. History homework assignment online. All of those assignments are online, and so you can actually do that. And then also here on my homepage, I've got some scrolling pictures of me teaching here at Victory Christian School, some of my teaching buddies, some of my classroom, and then down here just a little bit further, you actually see some pictures and the VCS football schedule. And here's the football schedule that we have, and I actually do the play-by-play of the away football games. Mr. McNamer does the color commentary for that, and here's some audio highlights that you could click on if you wanted to see what some of that sounds like. Okay, so that's Mr. Cap's homepage. Let's go now to the U.S. History page and take a look at that. And when you go to the U.S. History page, it's going to default and actually go to whatever week that we're presently in. So it'll go to that week, and you could go to the previous week, or you could go to the next week, depending upon what you wanted to see. In this far left-hand corner right here, you can actually see the dates and the days and what week we're in. Also in here, you're going to see some of the biblical worldview, first day of school, what we're doing each day in U.S. history. I actually have different links that a person could go on, different video links that you can see. Almost all of the videos that we cover in class are also online. So if you're ever absent from school, you could actually not only go over all the notes, but you'd actually get the different videos that we cover in class so you could see those at home and visit those. The next thing that we're going to cover right here is the homework tutorial and the syllabus. And so you'd click on right there the homework tutorial to watch that, and then a little introduction about the syllabus. And then finally, in this tutorial, what we're going to cover is just a brief introduction about how I would start one of the lessons in U.S. history. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the lessons plan page and take a look at exactly what's going to be happening during this very first week of school. No school on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but Thursday is the first day of school. And what I want to do is I want to first of all go over a quick tutorial on how to complete a homework assignment for Mr. Cap's U.S. history class. All of my homework assignments are due on Wednesday. So every Wednesday, there's a homework assignment. I'm just going to highlight this little section right here. You can see that this is Wednesday, and all of the assignments are due by 7:30 a.m. You'll actually complete these at home at a computer and submit them, and then they come straight to my computer, and I grade them from there. But here is where it says Chapter 1, Homework, Europe Before the Modern Age. Let's go ahead and walk through how we complete this assignment. And all of the homework assignments are all taken from my web pages. So right here is a link right here where it says Europe Before the Modern Age. Let's go ahead and click on that. And that says lesson number 3 right there, Rediscovery, Europe Before the Modern Age. So now let's go to the back and let's take a look at this homework assignment. And this one here, just click on this and you can see Rediscovery, Europe Before the Modern Age quiz. And it says right here at the top, you'll be using lesson number 3 to complete this assignment. So that's what we do. Now, what I normally try to do whenever I'm completing a homework assignment in U.S. history class
is I try to establish two browser windows kind of side by side. And the way you do that is you actually take and you can skinny these browser windows up just a little bit and drag them back over, and that will give you where your quiz is. And then if you have another page, go to where all of the lessons are, and you can actually take that one and you can skinny that one up so you have all of the lessons on the other side. So you'll have the lesson on the left side and the quiz on the right side, and just kind of straighten it up so it docks right there. And then what you do after you actually complete that, now you can change this font right here to a little bit smaller. Control minus actually change the font so you can make it a little bit smaller. Control minus does the same thing on the quiz size if you wanted to do that. And then you have your quizzes right here on the right side, and then all the answers are here on the left. And that's how you actually use that to complete this assignment. Go ahead and let's just walk through just a couple of questions right here. The first thing I want you to do is put your last name first. So let's just go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to put Cap and then Mr. right here because that's my name. And then you'd put that in there. And then your email address. Go ahead and put your email address in there so that I can email your score on that. Put your class period. You'd be in period 4, 5, 6, or 7. Bubble one of those. And then go ahead and answer the questions. Let's look at question number 1. When did feudalism dominate Western Europe? And there's the answers. Well, where do you find the answers? You find them over here in the lessons page. Right here it talks about feudalism. And look, AD 700 to 1300, all aspects of life centered around the ownership and use of land. And that's when it dominated Western Europe. And so you would actually click that one, 700 to 1300, and bubble that one in, and you've got a right answer. Let's take a look at question number 2, and notice how I'm kind of scrolling up. You can actually scroll up and down on this page too. Look at number 2. Lords of the castle lived blank while serfs struggled for food and clothing. So let's try to find that answer. Number 1, social class depended upon birth. Number 2, lords of the castle lived comfortably. So let's see if we can find that word here. Lords of the castle lived comfortably, bubble that one in. And that's the way you answer the questions in a Mr. Cap homework page. You answer all these questions, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of bubble in some of these questions right here. These aren't necessarily the answers, but I'm just bubbling in some of the answers just so that we can actually get to the bottom of this lesson. 10 questions right here. And then I'm going to click submit. Look what happens when I click submit. It says that I left one of the fields blank. So let's see which one I left blank. That was my email address. So I'm just going to put in my email address, and I've got that email address in. They all should be done. Let's see if it'll submit now. And look, it submits, and it comes up with this response page. It's a yellow response page. You should see that. If you don't see this yellow response page, well, then you didn't do it quite right yet. You still have to do it again and try to see if you can do that. And it says, great job, thanks. Your response has been recorded. You can close out of this page or return to Mr. Cap's webpage. You can click right there. It's probably just best to go ahead and X out. You can't. I've eliminated the backspace button right here, so that doesn't work anymore. And so that's the way you complete a homework assignment for U.S. History in Mr. Cap's class.
Let's talk just for a minute about the syllabus for Mr. Cap's U.S. History class. There are some supplies that you're going to need as you come to class. You're going to need a loose leaf notebook paper or a spiral notebook, pen or a pencil. And this class is going to cover topics found in the textbook as well as current events taught from a Christian perspective. I try to use the latest internet and computer access advantages that any teacher has. I have an LCD projector in my classroom and try to use all kinds of computer helps. Let's talk a little bit about grading. I cover about a chapter or half a chapter of the textbook each week. And students will be required to look at the website lessons before the lessons are taught. That's kind of the way we do our homework assignment. Lecture notes will be required to be taken and maintained throughout the year in a spiral notebook. Students may use those notes for a quiz each Tuesday. The homework assignment's really pretty easy. You can check Mr. Cap's lesson plans page on the website for homework assignments. There'll be one assignment due each week, due at 7:30 a.m. Wednesdays. These assignments are web-based, so there's no paperwork, and they're really pretty easy. Should take about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. 25 percentage points will be deducted for the first day that the homework assignment is late, and 10% for each day the assignment is late up to that. And I only go up to down 50% off, so you can really turn your homework assignment in any time for at least get a 50 on it. Students are required to take notes in class every day that I lecture. All of the notes are posted on the VCS website, so anybody that's absent, they can go ahead and keep up. Class notes will be collected at the midterm and at the end of the quarter for a test grade. In some of the quarters, there's also going to be a midterm exam and a 9-week exam grade given.
Okay, so here's a breakdown of the quarter grade for U.S. history. I give pop quizzes, 1 or 2 pop quizzes per week. That's about 8% of the quarter grade. A Tuesday quiz, I usually give a typed Tuesday quiz, and that's 8% of the quarter grade. Your Wednesday homework assignment is worth 20% of your quarter grade. I'll collect your class notes or give you a midterm exam, depending upon what we're kind of doing that week. If we have enough time to take an exam, we'll take an exam. If we don't, I usually collect the class notes for those lessons. You'll see that on the lessons plan page. That's 4% of the grade. A 9-week exam I will give at the end of each quarter, or take up your class notes, 10% of the grade. And then every day's a grade is going to be worth 50% of your quarter grade. So if you haven't been doing the things that you're doing for that quarter grade, every day's a grade, then your grade is going to suffer quite a bit. For 100% of your total quarter grade, you can see the breakdown right there.
I've been teaching at Victory Christian School for 5 years now, and I've been a high school history teacher since 1985, teaching a variety of subjects, but primarily focusing on history. For 23 years, I taught at Grace Christian School and became chairman of the Grace History Department in 1996. I won Teacher of the Year in 2003 and 2009. I joined the faculty at Victory in 2009 and was the VCS 2011 Secondary Teacher of the Year. In 2012, I was awarded the VCS Honorary Teacher of the Year, and in 2013, I was nominated for Teacher of the Year. It's a real easy way to get to my website. Just go to Victory High School website, click on Mr. Cap's name in the teacher column on the left. You can go ahead and save that as a favorite. This is Mr. Cap's syllabus for U.S. history. Let's take a look at our first lesson right here. This is one here. It's called America Before the Modern Age. And if you'll click right here, you'll actually see America Before the Modern Age. Now I've got each one numbered. This one's lesson number 1, America Before the Modern Age. And what I want to focus on is this first quote by Alexis de Tocqueville. And he said, "Just then, at that time in history, North America was discovered as if it had been kept in reserve by the deity and had been risen from beneath the waters of the deluge."
He will listen to you, always listen to you. He understands how his children feel. He will listen to